Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 47th tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about cookies in PHP. So in this tutorial we're going to check out how we can set cookies, and cookies are nuggets of information that you would want to keep at the client end, and by the client end I mean the web browser of people who are accessing your website. So in PHP we set cookies using the set cookie function, and this function takes three arguments. The first one is the name for the cookie, the second one is the value that the cookie is going to hold, and the third argument, this one is actually optional, it's the time for which you want the cookie to be active, right? So if you don't provide this argument, then by default the cookie stays active as long as the browser stays open, and when the user would close the browser window, then the cookie would automatically expire. But if you want, let's say, the cookie to be with the browser for a week, then you could set the expire value in the way I have set it on line number 9 here. So anyway, I want to create a cookie that has the name message and it has the value have a nice day. So that's why I have created a variable on line number 7. I've given it the value message, and another variable on line number 8. This one is going to take the string value have a nice day. And then on line number 9 I have created a variable called expire, and this variable is going to start with a base value that's going to be returned by the time function. So the time function in PHP returns the number of seconds that have passed between 1st January 1970 GMT 0 hours and the current moment, and that time instant is known as Unix epoch. And let's say you want to start with that as a reference, because see, the third argument, which is expire, has to be provided in seconds, right? You can't mention simply that you want the cookie to be active for 50 minutes or 2 hours or whatever. You have to provide the value in seconds, and you have to provide the value, you have to provide a timestamp value, and by that I mean the number of seconds that have elapsed since January 1, 1970 to the time till which you want the cookie to be active. So you start with time and then you add to it this value. So if suppose you want the cookie to be active for a week, you first start with 60 seconds, multiply that with 60, number of minutes in an hour, so you get 3600, which is the number of seconds in 1 hour. You multiply that with 24, you get number of seconds in a day, right? Because there are 24 hours in a day. And you multiply that with 7, number of days in a week, to get number of seconds in a week, right? So that's how I have arrived at the value for the variable expire. And now I'll save this file. I'll go to the browser and I'll look for cookies.php. When I press the enter key, I don't see any message in my browser, but I can find out whether my cookie was set or not. And I'm using Google Chrome, and you could just Google for steps. If you're using some other browser, then you could use just Google for steps in which you can find out where your cookies have been stored, and how you can check out the values for the cookies. In Google Chrome you have to go to settings, right? And then I'll scroll down and click on show advanced settings. Then I'll scroll down a bit and click on content settings, right? And as soon as I click on that, the content settings menu opens up, and when I click on all cookies and site data, now I would see a list of all the cookies that have been set by all these websites. So in here in the search box, I'm going to type in localhost, right? And I see that localhost site has set 3 cookies with the browser, and one of the 3 cookies is message. So this is the one that we've just set using our script. And when I click on this, I see the name of the cookie, which is message. I see the content of the cookie, which is the value that we provided. So this is have a nice day. And then I also see the time when this cookie was created. So it was created on September 7, Sunday at 4:56 a.m. And I also see the time when this cookie is going to expire. So it's going to expire on 14 September, exactly a week later at 4:56 a.m. So it's going to expire exactly a week later. And I also have the option of removing this cookie if I want, but if I don't want that, then if you don't want to remove it, then you can just let it be. So that's how you set cookies. In the next tutorial, we're going to see how we can, obtain cookie values back and, do some stuff with it. So I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial. You may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care.